What's up, everyone? How you doing today? This is Ronnie, just coming to you with a video. I'm going to show 17 things we sold on eBay over the last like 2 weeks or so. Some of these things sold pretty quickly. Some things are a little bit different. Just showing a few different things to you know get you thinking in a different direction. Sometimes, and with that being said, we'll get into these things. Just make sure in the chat you hear me okay. Looks good. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to put the chat away. I'm going to go into a screen share. Good morning, everybody. And that way, if you have any questions, question it. At the end of it, I'll get back to you. That way, I don't interrupt and go back and forth. What's up, Wes, Jason, Steve, Lonnie, Liz? Okay, let's get into this. So I'll do a screen share. So this is just a Sony little portable boombox. I picked this up at a yard sale. I think I paid $250. One worked, one did not work. I picked up two. I actually have the cord around somewhere. I'm going to sell the cord separately. Cord goes for like 10, 12 bucks. Scavenge whatever I can off of it. It's just a Sony radio. You know, like I said, I paid $250. It sold for $30, $13 to ship. These things do okay. The bigger ones, the better ones, do more. This was basically the bottom of the barrel. But you know, I love anything Sony. Anything Sony gets me to look it up. Sony's a great brand. Texture Instruments calculator. This I picked up last week. I paid $3. I listed it last night. It sold right away. I just usually take a picture. I'll show the battery compartment, showing it looks good. Type up some numbers on the screen and just take a picture. $2.99 free shipping on this, just to be competitive. It went to one of these computer buyers or calculator buyers, not computer buyers. But certain Texas Instruments calculators always do well. What is it? TI-83s, 84s. Is it 85s don't do well? 82s I don't think do well. 89s do well, I think. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain on that. But anytime I see one of these calculators, for the most part, I buy them or I'll look them up if they're cheap enough. Just because I do forget which ones do well and which ones don't. This is a men's shirt. I showed this in one of our last haul videos about 10 days ago. Picked this up with a bunch of other shirts that I'll be showing in a little bit. I paid $7 for this shirt, and it sold within a day for 50 bucks, plus another $4 to ship. Brand is Untuckit. Been finding a lot more of this. This is a newer brand, as you can see from the tag. They established in 2011, so you're not going to find a huge amount of these, but they are making their way around. You see the commercials on TV every once in a while, so it's pretty interesting, you know. But they are a good selling shirt. Can get usually about 50 bucks for them. It's what I usually get, and they sell pretty quickly. This was an off-white. It's at 2X. Camera lens. I was out. Actually, Gretchen stopped by the thrift store. It was funny. When she went to a thrift store a few weeks ago, she missed over a bunch of things. I was at a doctor's appointment. I went later on, and she kind of felt bad because she passed over what seemed to be a Bentley car manual. You know, she was like, "Oh, I know the car manuals do well, but what did one from a Bentley done well?" I was like, "Are you crazy? They would have done really well." So she passed it over. She was beating herself up for a few days. So when she went to the thrift store, she went and found a camera lens, and she looked it up. She's getting better and better at looking up things that are not clothing. Like clothing, she's really good at, but it's things outside of clothing she gets really confused. This was a lens with a camera. The camera was jacked up a little bit. The lens worked perfectly. It didn't have any end caps on it. I think we paid $5, and this sold for 50 plus 6 to ship. It's just a lens. And actually, when I was looking this up, I basically copied the Crazy Pickers Life's camera lens guide thing. I was just like, hey, I'm taking your description. There you go. Thank you. So that was a quick sale too. That took only a few days to sell. I didn't sit around long. This is a men's Hawaiian shirt. Brand is Karahala or Kala, whatever. What was interesting, it's newer tags, so I picked it up, and it has this really crazy like horse racing theme. It has a theme. Anytime shirts have a theme, you could usually do well with a theme. This is gonna somebody goes to see the ponies and bets on horses, or yeah, probably this person's wearing this. I bet you to the track right now. But this sold. I think I paid like $5 for it. It was pretty cheap. And this sold for full price, $49.99, and that's it. This sold pretty quickly too. This sold within a few weeks. This did not take long to sell whatsoever. This is a Brioni bow tie. Got this at an estate sale that we did really well last week. There's a few other items in here from that estate sale. This sold for $50. Took a best offer. I've been doing best offer on everything for like the last 3-4 weeks. It's actually not been that bad. But this is a Brioni men's bow tie. Like I said, I think we got this just thrown into the deal because we were buying so much clothes. And, you know, bow ties can make money. I know that I actually been back to 4 times. They ran it 2 different weekends. They didn't advertise clothing, so we got a lot of really good clothing at really good prices. Just they didn't know what they had, and sometimes it's really weird. I actually went back the 4th day of the sale and found a few other things that maybe I'll show you in a minute. Here was a Pendleton men's jacket. I've had this a while. I was probably into this for about $10. I've had this probably a year, I would say, give or take. Pendleton, blue tag is men's tag. Size small, maybe that was the reason why. Who knows? Really well. I took a best offer, $50 plus 10 to ship. So get some of the stuff in. I'll move some stuff from time to time. I do not care. This is a men's Canali. Just a nice looking suit. I sold this for $75. Sold pretty quickly. 46 regular. With suits, Canali, Zegna, a few other European brands. They always have the size in Euro, which is basically 10 different. So if it says 56, it's going to be a 46. And the 6 is a drop 6, I'm believing. And the R is a drop 6, it'll be a drop 7, drop 8. Is basically the different size from the jacket waist size. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. And then sometimes you'll see C. C is for short. R is for regular. L is for long. And that's the link for the jacket. So, like I said, Canali, good brand. Nice pattern. This sold fairly quickly. It took a best offer of $75. I was into it probably under $10. This is an Allen Edmonds shoe. I've had this up for a while. Probably about a year, I would say. I guess it was just a size. It's a 14E. And this took a best offer of $95 on this. And it's a big shoe. It's a whole lot of shoe. I wear a size 12 to 13 depending on, and it gets hard to buy shoes when you're a bigger person. Some shoes sell well and sell fast. Some take a little while. It's one of the things. Usually the size that I have best with sales are between 8 and 11. Anything a little bit smaller, anything a little bit larger, it just takes a little bit longer to sell for the most part, usually. Sometimes they sell quick, though. It's one of those things. But Allen Edmonds, great pair of shoes. They usually have the models inside the shoe. You see right there, it says it. Melbourne. And depending on the model, is going to distinguish how much you can get for the shoe. Just check everything in the chat. Going good, going good. Okay, everything's good in the chat. So here we are. I found these. I forgot what I paid for these. 10, 15 bucks each. And they were Bullock and Jones, or Derrick Rose is the brand, I should say. Derrick Rose. They're pajamas. And I had to look them up to see what they were selling for. This is some extract. That would have been a good thing in the title, actually. I didn't put abstract. But this was a two-piece pajamas, just cotton, nothing special, except for the design. These sold for $100 even, plus $6 to ship. So this was a really good sale. Like I said, I was into it for 10 or 15. I don't remember. I think I got them for half off, so they might have been 10. I don't remember. But they weren't. I didn't even pick these up that long ago. It was within the last month. And this was another Derrick Rose. This was the same as the other one. But this is a robe, and polka dotted robe. Really nice. Size large. Just robe. This sold for $102 plus $6 to ship. I think originally I thought maybe I could have got a little bit better for these, but after some research, there's a lot of people recently coming up with newer tag ones that are putting on there for cheaper prices. It's kind of interesting. But these sold fairly well, fairly nice, fairly quickly. I said fairly an awful lot of times there. So with that being said, here we go to the next one. I picked this up at that estate sale. This is a vintage, older Burberry tagged wool double-breasted suit, 48 regular. Double-breasted, like that. Some of these, it's an older style of suit, but they still sell. People still like them. We'll talk about it all the time. Yeah, 2 buttons are in, but there's certain people that are they worn double-breasted suits and they're unwilling to change, or they wore a 3-button suit and they're not open to change. So this sold for $100, took a best offer, and $11 to ship. I was in this for about $4, and this sold pretty quickly. I think this sold in like 4 or 5 days. This you remember from my one of my last haul videos. I did this. Henry Pulling Company. We found 9 of these dress shirts, and I've sold 7 of them as of today. 2 to 1 reseller, and I mean reseller. 2 to 1 buyer, and 5 to another. Both of them have bought stuff from me in the past. They both messaged me saying, "Hey, we're repeat customers. Would you take a little bit?" I was expecting about $75 a shirt. I think I said that in the video. 2 I sold. It was weird. They all fluctuated in this neck size a little bit, between 17 and a half. There was a few 18s, and then there was 2 18 and a halves. The 2 18s and a half I sold to the same buyer. He paid $115 shipped on the shirts, so that was really good. Then the other 5 went to another buyer for $75 a shirt, and $75 is where I was thinking they were gonna sell. So we sold 9 of those shirts already. I mean, 7 of the 9 shirts. I was into these for $7 each. Henry Poole. These are custom made, bespoke from a London tailor. Sell them at Row. Good stuff. Not gonna find it. Well, hard to find. There's no shirts currently listed unless they're mine, and none have sold unless they were mine. So not gonna come across these too easily. These were for a pair of Loro Piana leather and corduroy slippers. Picked these up at that estate sale. Gretchen found these on the floor. There were 2 pairs. We got them for $2 each. With theme, we paid $4 because everything averaged to $4. Loro Piana, great brand. Took a best offer of these. I believe these sold for plus 6 to ship. So love it when you sell a pair of things. These are about $400, $450. I remember we looked on the thing. They actually had you can see the other shoe. I mean, they were in European size, so 45. We just went to the European website, dug up a pair of shoes, and translated it to what it is for the U.S. size. These are a pair of Fry boots. Just picked these up, and these just sold. Paid somewhere around $6 for these. Fry's a good brand. I went to the website to find more information. The model was Campus. They were in a banana yellow, and really good. Size 10, made in USA. Like I said, we paid about $6. These are the ones I followed. I realized somebody else had them. Then when I checked out, they were behind me. I noticed they didn't have the boots, so I got out of line and figured out I'm going to find those shoes and see what was wrong with them. But they sold $120 plus 10 to ship. So nice quick flip. Happy with that. See this? I got this up in one of my last videos. Also, Titleist FootJoy, like Couture collection jacket pullover. It's a 2X. This sold pretty quickly too because it was just in the last video. Took a best offer, $125. I was expecting between 100 and 150. Came right down into the middle. Took it. I paid $20 actually for this. I paid up a little bit more than I wanted to, but it sells fast. And sometimes you just got to buy the stuff that sells. And last but not least, this was a Monte Collection, whatever you want to say that. However, 100% cashmere, unstructured. This is like a car jacket, car coat, I want to call it. There's no breast pocket. You see right there has the two like patch pockets. There's no buttons or anything on the what do you want to call it, on the sleeves. It's unstructured, meaning it's open and everything like that. It's not structured. But it's 100% cashmere. This was a size 48 regular. We paid about $4 for this at a estate sale. This sold fairly quickly. I took a best offer this for $175 plus 10 to ship. It didn't look to be worn. It was perfect condition. There's a lot of clothes from that estate sale. They looked like they were hardly worn or worn once, and it was crazy. I still got to list some stuff from that sale. Stop the screen share. See where everybody's at. We didn't make a video of the first estate sale because we listed so much of the stuff and got so much of the stuff photographed and pictured, and it got mixed in with a lot of other stuff. I did show pictures of the second time we went, well, it would have been the third time we went. And then I went back there the other day, the final day. I was in the area yard sailing, and I found, no, I don't know what that is. I found these suspenders. I remember Square Deal guy talking about suspenders. It took me a minute to remember the name, but when I seen the name, I remembered. And it's like TRAFALGAR, Teleflager or something. I'm saying it wrong. I'm definitely saying it wrong. There's another tag of it. Probably easier to see. These suspenders actually sell for good money. They have some suspenders up over $200 that have sold. They have different patterns. Like this one has a football player. And there was another one here somewhere. This one has like hunting dogs, pigeons, and stuff like that. So those were pretty cool. I got those thrown in with another pair of suspenders. They were like Kohan for like 50 cents each. And then we went back and I went back and there was all these garment bags, and I didn't notice them the first time we were there. You see right here, this one is Brioni. Actually like 50, no, less than 50 cents. And that it was that one. There was two of, whoops, I'm knocking over this stuff. I got a list later. Two of these Zilly or something. I've never found this brand. I've known about the brand. I just never found it. Look it up. Sell really well. These are actually really nice. They're like leather suede bags for your jackets. The Brioni one's not as nice. It's like a cloth, but still get like 40, 50 bucks probably for this. So I'll probably get like $50 to $100. So pretty crazy. Let me see these comments here, see if I pass anybody, see if anything. Get into this. How did the pool shirts go, buddy? I just told you how they did. So we sold 5 at 75 and 2 at 111, technically, and then plus shipping. Yeah, Liz, if you're on the West Coast, it is early. Or you are on the West Coast. Yeah, when I was down in Orlando, I could not find a lot of decent. I mean, we did find some stuff, but it was definitely different. Different than that, but it just depends. People actually say the bins in Orlando are actually where it's at. So I don't know. But oh, that's nice that you found a Loro Piana while on vacation. What day of the state sale do you go? I go the first day. I go within the first like few minutes. I'm usually in line, trying to be in front, trying to make sure that I'm getting the items I want. If they're too high priced, then I may come back. Like if I know the estate sale companies, I'll come back at a later date when I know it might be a little cheaper. The one estate sale company's been running like they ran that sale for 4 days over 2 different weekends, and they really didn't change their price all that much. It was kind of really weird. How do you package your blazers for shipping? Do you ever smash them into a padded flat rate? I'm not pushing anything. This people, if you ever notice, it's the people that do free shipping that try to fit a blazer or a sport coat into this. And I think it's ridiculous. I really do. I think it's ridiculous that people try to do that. I know people say, oh, nothing ever happened, this and that, but that's what I use. You see, I have inventory numbers. I put them on. I package all my stuff. I dry clean, bag them up. I tape them up, and then one side I'll just put a little piece of tape. That way I can get back into the box if I need to without ruining it. And this is just a box. It's based on weight. But if something has to go to the West Coast, it's either, if it's a sport coat or blazer, it's going in a regional A box. Or if it's going in a, like if it's a suit, I'll put a suit at a medium flat rate. And that's really it. I mean, I don't try to, I mean, people paying 50 to 100 or more for a suit. There's no way I'm putting it in one of those things. It's all about presentation, I think. And somebody getting something that's wrinkled and just stuffed into something because you want to offer free shipping and you think that's the right thing to do. I think that's crazy. Charge shipping. Don't be scared, people. Am I still selling ties? I still sell ties. I don't have that many listed, actually. To tell you the truth, I do not have many ties listed at all. Um, but when I find good ties, I list good ties. But ties have been a little bit of a struggle to find. Ties around us like are if ties were cheaper a buck or two, I'd probably buy more ties. But ties by us, especially the savers, like $5 to $7 to $10. So I don't even look at ties too much anymore. I'll glance by them and see what's going on. How did you wind up for October? I believe we were at 8,500. I just looked this morning. I'm pretty sure we were like 8,498 or something like that. And really sucked because last week I went probably, I don't know, it seemed like 6 weeks without a return. It might have been even 8 weeks without a return. We had 3 returns in 3 days in a row for 140, 180, and then 225. I was like, what is going on? And every time we get a big return, it's like the little returns you don't care, but when you start getting those big returns, it's like, come on, seriously. But everything's relisted, hasn't sold yet. It will sell. Stuff sold once before, it'll sell again. Not a big deal. Um, there's always money left in the PayPal to deal with these kind of issues. Yeah, I'm not a bin person just because of that reason. Cosmic Thrift. I can't deal with too many people all that much. When people are rude, I get very upset and very cranky, and I just want to slap and beat the crap out of people. Let me see here. What's more popular, 2 button or 3 button? I guess you mean two, yeah, 2 or 3 buttons, barcode. 2 buttons seems to be more popular now, but I buy 3 buttons. I don't care. I worry more about the brand than I do the jacket itself or the um, suit. Ties have always been just a long tail item. Ties have been the longest tail item I can ever remember. Yeah, I think I sold a tie last week. It was weird. I sold a tie that was Vineyard Vine, some Republican club thing, and I put it up, and I was like, this will take a long time to sell. And it sold like literally within a few minutes of me putting it online. I was like, huh, that's weird. But most of the time, the ties sit around a little while. But with that being said, not much else to talk about, I guess. I'll give you guys about another minute. Um, if you guys can think of something, let me know. How were your sales, Wes? Did you have a good month? How was everybody's sales in the chat? I've had Hermade ties take a while and then some sell quick. I think there's more people looking for Hermade ties than anything. Gina Luca is a good brand to pick up. Italian brand. Does take a little while to sell occasionally, but it is a good brand to pick up. But I got this silly light over here. I can probably turn that off. Yeah. When you have your items professionally dry cleaned or at home, I don't clean everything that we get. I try to um, what's the word I want to use? I try to get stuff that does not need to be cleaned, that dry cleaned already. We do occasionally clean some stuff. There's about 5 or 6 things from the last load that need to be cleaned. Some things get dry cleaned, just depends on the fabric. It depends on how it looks. But I try to buy things that do not look to be need dry cleaned. If it smells, I don't buy it. I'm very picky about the stuff I pick up. I don't try to worry about that too much. Very nice, Wes. Very good. 18,000. Nothing to sneeze at, homie. That beats my best by 4,000, 3,500, somewhere in there. I think my best was 14.5. Have to look back. It was somewhere around 14, maybe 14.2. You know what? I don't think anybody. I wonder if the Donald Trump ties are really selling as much as they were. Um, that's crazy. I know they were selling for crazy money there for a while. I wonder if they're still selling for actually crazy money. Royal Lancer dress shoes. I don't think I've ever heard of Royal Lancer dress shoes. But eBay search shows. Shoes. Nothing. Google. Google is your friend. Google. The Royal Lancers, Queen's Own Army, Catania Regiment, Brazilian Army. I mean British Army. Oh boy. But I don't see nothing for shoes. Are they made in England by chance? Yeah, quick Google search. I can't find nothing. So I'm not really sure how much I can help you with that. Depends on the quality of the shoe. Do they look like quality? Let's see what we got here. I missed a few things. Yeah, that's my wife's light. I didn't like it when she picked it up. I don't know why. And she's gotten on me because most of the time in these hangouts, people are like, "Oh, I love the light." Just started Friday. Sold a Turnbull and Asa shirt and a CC Filson shirt, as well as others. Thanks for your help. Very nice, Carla. Two good brands. Yeah, like I said, I never picked up any Trump ties, so I didn't think anybody. I was curious. That's like one of those trending things where it was really good for a while, and then all of a sudden, see you later. Has eBay glitched on y'all? I don't know what you mean by glitched. I mean, I guess there's always little issues here and there, maybe with images or putting images up, or I think one day I was having an issue trying to put listings on, and I just made a bunch of drafts and walked away, figuring, okay, the picture thing is not working. I'm gonna get some drafts done. I'll worry about the rest later. What's up, Jory? How you doing? Get snow up there yet in Canada? Oh, there's a few Canadians up in here today. But got to see you guys later. Have a good day. It's time to get some work done. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Also, on Saturday night on Mothership Products channel, I will be I'll be part of the auction show. I'll be auctioning off some of my stuff. Picked up a bunch of things from our storage unit, including the old trolley bell, some signs, railroad lantern, all kinds of things, different unique things. You want to watch that? Come and bid on stuff. Buy my shit. See you guys later. It'll be fun. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Don't forget. See